Welcome back to Simright Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. So in this class, I'll be teaching you how to make beautiful patches on your polo dress, on your dress, okay? So wherever you want to make a patch like the one I have right here on the dress form and the one on the thumbnail. In fact, we have so many designs of this patchwork, okay? So you can use kente fabric for it, you can use Ankara, you can use plain, you can design the way you want. So I'll be teaching you how to go about this perfectly. So if this is what you want to learn in this class, please stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. So in today's class, I'll be showing you how to achieve this particular design which is trending. You can have this on your polo, you can have it on a plain dress, as you can see right there on the thumbnail. We have different kinds of designs depending on what you want to actually achieve for your polo design. So here I just made a little sketch. I have to go to the internet to search for Mama African styles or designs, okay? So if you go to the internet, you can, choose any design of your choice. So this design I have right here, I just sketched this, on my own. So if you're able to have a better sketch this way, a good sketch, you can go ahead and sketch before you start. You can also give someone to help you sketch out exactly what you want. So now once you have the sketch, the first thing you do is you now have to mark the parts you want to place, whatever you want to place. So here I'm working with this kente fabric, and I'm also working with a plain fabric. So these are the fabrics I'm going to use for this particular design. So for this, the headgear, I'm going to use kente fabric, so you can use any fabric of your choice. And for the dress, I'm also going to use the kente fabric. So I'm using kente for this, and I'm going to use plain for this, and I also use plain for this. So the same color of plain I'm using for this, I also use it for the earring, and I'm using red plain, okay? So this red plain fabric, I'll also use it right here. So to begin this tutorial, the first thing we are going to do now that we have had all the markings, I'll just go ahead and cut the parts I want to have the kente. So I'll just go ahead and do this. So it's actually very easy to make. So on this body part where we have the bust area or the body area, I'll just go ahead and do what? And cut out. This is where I want to have the kente. So I'll just keep it there. Then the parts I want on the body, I'll just take my time to cut it. So let me just first cut out the parts that I will have kente and keep them aside. So by the time I start to cut, I'll know I'm cutting only kente all the way. So I'll just go ahead and do this. So this is where I want my kente to stop on the headgear. So I'll just cut it separately this way. Can you see? So I place it this, keep it aside. Then I'll now take my time to cut out the body parts. So this is the part I actually want to have on the plain. So this is actually the pattern we are using for this particular dress, okay? So it's actually a patchwork, and you need to take your time to have it done accordingly. All right, so these are the patterns we need right here. So if I'm placing it back, I'm placing it back to what we had before we started. So I will advise you do something like this. So when you are cutting and placing, it will be easy for you to place accordingly. So now I've already stayed my fabric. So you need to stay whatever fabric you want to stay or you want to use. So first I'm going to place this to cut out I'm placing it to cut out the headgear. So for this particular headgear, I'll just go ahead and secure with my pin before I cut. So I'll just secure it with my pin. Okay. Then the other part, I also need my kente. I'll just place it right there and secure with my pin. I'm just trying to conserve my fabric anyway. Okay. So you can just, let me shift it this way so I'll be able to have. So now I'll just go ahead and cut out. So I'll take my time now to cut it out all around. Now I've cut out the Ankara or kente parts, as you can see. So I've cut it out. So now I'm already cutting out the bodice parts. Okay, so these bodice parts, I'll just go ahead and do this. So I'm just taking my time to make sure I have this part the way it should be. So just make sure you secure with your pin, and then alright, so I've tried my best to cut it out to the best I can cut out. Okay, so if you are doing this, you need to actually take your time to get exactly what you are looking for. Alright, so this is it, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so it has come back to what we had before. Okay, so with this color, so the next thing I want to do now, I will take off what I have on this, because I still have some, like the necklace part and the earring part. I'm going to use same fabric to achieve them. Okay, so I'm using quite a different fabric to achieve them. So I'll just take off this and do this. Okay, but before I do this, okay, I'm going to also make a mark of where I took this from. So I'll just use my chalk to mark it. Okay, so I'm going to use my chalk to mark where I took this from. So here I'll just lift this up and mark where I'm going to have this necklace go stop. So when I'll be placing it, these marks, you will see how I'm going to make good use of them. So now on these parts, I'll also mark the earring parts. Okay, so these are all just the markings I need on the bodies. Okay, so please take note of that. So now I'll come back with my pepper scissors and I'll cut out the necklace. So whatever fabric you want to use for this necklace area, just go ahead and use it accordingly. So I'll just go ahead and do this. Okay, then I will go ahead and do this too. Okay, so I will keep this pattern aside first. Okay, so now whatever fabric I cut, I'll just place it this way. So I'm assuming this is the fabric, I'll place it this way, and this one I'll place it to form the earring. You can see that. So let me briefly cut it on fabric for you to see. All right, lovely people, so now I'm done with my patterns and it's time for us to start attaching them. Okay, so this is the pattern at the center, and here I've made the earring, and I've also made the the bangle, the necklace. Okay, so I just have to cut it out in this manner. So this earring, I'm still going to cut a little more, okay, because I just want it to have exactly the shape of earring I got from the internet. So I just do this, okay. So I have it this way, okay, on top of this. So I'll just separate the necklace now. In fact, I'm taking everything off. We want to start off the design. So if you are making this on your polo, this is how to go about it. So I'm using this to serve as the polo dress. So you have to identify the center pattern. That's from here to here, the center. So I'm assuming this is the center front and the midline. So at that midline, I'll just come in with the pattern at the center, okay, because you need to position it at the center. So I'll just keep it the way it is. So this one is the first one I'm going to gum. So sorry, I did not actually hairstay this. I didn't have a fabric that will be hairstayed. Okay, I used a scuba fabric, and I don't like to stay a scuba fabric for the dragging. So if you are making this, please just get yourself a fabric that can be staged accordingly. But for tutorial purpose, I'm just doing this. So you can see me gumming this. So I'm placing this gum at the back of it, and I'm placing this exactly at the center. Can you see? So once you have gummed it, it stays for you. So I would like to come up with the head gear. So this is where the head gear is going to be. So I take off the pattern for the head gear. So I just turn it this way. This part is the part I air stage. So when I use my pepper stay. So when you are using your pepper stay, please ensure you stay it appropriately, as you can see me do right here. So I just go ahead and do this. Make sure I position it exactly how I want it to be or look like. Okay, I'll just lift it up a little bit this way. So please be careful you get exactly what you are looking for. Okay, so after that is done, I'll now come with the body parts. So this body parts is going to be placed right here. Okay, so I'll still gum it. I'll just go ahead and gum it. Okay, all right, so you can see what we are having here is actually looking like what we have on the thumbnail. So this is the necklace. I told you I'll just go ahead and do and place. So I will glue it with my uhu gum. So please, when you are gumming, please be careful you don't stain your fabric. So I'll just go ahead and do this. Can you see? Then the necklace, I'll come with the necklace this way. Okay, I'll just go ahead and follow the chalk line. Okay, so I'll just follow the chalk line and place it this way. Can you see? So this is actually what we are looking for. Okay, so please be careful, like I said before. So now, once we are done with it, next is to go over to your machine. Okay, if you have a zigzag machine, that's the best for this. Okay, you just go ahead and use your zigzag machine. Okay, but if you don't have a zigzag machine, you can stitch, just go and stitch on top of it neatly all around. Then you can now come in with your trimming. Like here, I can just use my trimming and gum my trimming carefully. Okay, around here I can take it to the head gear. That is if I want, but I would prefer to have it done with my zigzag machine. Okay, that's what I prefer to have it done with. So anyhow you want to go about this design, please do the needful. So thank you very much for coming to this tutorial. Once again, if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Like this video, share to family and friends, drop your comment on the comment section and your suggestions as well. Thank you once again. See you in the next class. Bye.